So does a pro player have a responsibility to the game? And all right, what I mean by this is like simple simple streaming Valorant. Do we care about some tier 2 or tier 3 CS:GO pro, streaming Valorant? Not really. But does Simple have a responsibility as the CSGO pro? Like, he is the face of CSGO, right? He is the one who everybody knows worldwide, right? And so does he have more responsibility than not? And what I mean by that is, nobody cares if some tier 2, tier 3 guys streaming Valorant, whatever, in his own time. But this is like the endorsement, or like this is Simple actually. You know how much money Riot pay streamers, like big streamers like Shroud and Ninja, to play games like Valorant? Do you know how much money that is involved there? And is he just doing that for free? Is he just giving them that? Is he giving them time on one of the biggest platforms in CSGO right now, which is Simple Stream? He turns that on, he gets 60,000 viewers in CSGO, right? So this guy is just popping off. He is one of the biggest CSGO streams right now, and he just happens to play Valorant, that everybody's talking about, and that everybody's like, oh, Valorant, the CSGO killer, and all this sort of stuff. Like, I don't care about him playing it on his own time, but should we be concerned about him streaming it for free? Because I'm pretty sure Riot aren't paying him for it. So Riot are getting that free promotion from the biggest name in CSGO's biggest star, and they're getting that stuff for free, right? Do we care? Do we care at all about that? Like, I'm just sitting here going, it'd probably be better, like, just play on your own time. Don't turn the stream on. Goof around, play on your own time. But why are you giving Valorant any the time of day? Because shouldn't you be, if you're Simple, shouldn't you be concerned with keeping all eyes on CS:GO, because that's where your brand is? I mean, of course you could just hop over to Valorant any day, right? You don't owe any loyalty to the game. I mean, you don't like to say to the game, to the community, to any of that. You could just go ahead and join. Like, Simple could join a Valorant team tomorrow and just take off if he wanted to, right? But if his ambition is to continue to be the face of CS:GO, what does that look like if he's out there just playing a different game? If he's playing the big, competitor to CSGO right now, the game that everybody's worried about, everybody keeps talking about, CSGO dead game, and they're out here playing Valorant. And we just had, Ethan bounce over to Valorant. That was the last big scandal when it comes to that sort of thing. So he's out there in Valorant, but then again, what was Ethan really doing on EG? Not much. So, again, that's what I mean, right? Like, what do we care about some of these pros, going? But I mean, if it's Simple that's playing around and giving Valorant free exposure, should we be concerned about that, or should we just kind of blow it off and be like, are we being self-conscious with that? I don't know. To me, it just seems like business is, like, how much money would Riot pay for him to do that, right? But then again, I guess he's making so much money, he doesn't care. What does he care? An extra, 50, 100 grand in his pocket. Like, what does he care? Don't know. Interesting. Just kind of throwing it out there. Right, money to send it to stream it. I don't think that he did. That's the thing. I think he's probably just doing it. He's probably just doing it, playing around with friends, horsing around, and not thinking about it. But you're just wondering from a business perspective, right? Is it a good thing to be promoting your what could be your biggest competitor, right? Which is Valorant, right? And that is currently draining the North American talent pool, trying to drain the EU talent pool, and so CSGO or should Valve actually do something about CSGO except one new case of skins every 3 months? No, this isn't some argument for Valve to get involved in any way, shape, or form. The further away Valve stay, the better, as far as I'm concerned. And I've been concerned for a while now. Every time Valve get involved, shit happens that could be best. Let's say it would be best for us to avoid Valve involvement. Right, but you got. I mean, actually, it's funny. We're talking about Simple. I didn't even notice, but Simple, number 2 right now, casually in the last 3 months, top performer in CS:GO, dropping a 1.35 rating, playing against the elite teams in the world. OC definitely better than Simple. Just throwing it out there. OC is clearly a better player than Simple. So that's where it's at. A lot of rubles there. No, and besides, if you bring up like, oh, but Riot are paying, it's marketing. Valve don't need to market CS:GO right now. It's already out there. It's already the FPS game. Anybody who talks FPS talks CS:GO. No, you don't need to do that kind of marketing for Valve. Whereas Valorant, Riot, if they can get s1mple to start streaming Valorant on a regular basis, that's massive for them. That is such a huge win. You know that everybody's popping champagne over at Riot when they see Valorant, when they see s1mple turn on a stream and he's streaming Valorant to tens of thousands of fans. That's like Riot are just over there popping champagne, music's going off, everybody's dancing on the tables. It's that good of an event for them. I mean, that is bigger than some of the big tournaments that they run for them, as far as exposure is concerned, and as far as validation is concerned. Because you may have fans that are hardcore CSGO fans and who, are like, fuck Valorant, never going to play that, right? But then, right, s1mple comes along, he streams Valorant, all of a sudden they're like, well, if s1mple's playing Valorant, maybe I'll play some Valorant. And then before you know it, maybe we just lost a few more fans over to Valorant. Who knows? This is all just, speculation. It's not doomsday talk. It's not me just going like, oh, this is the end of the world and we should all be worried about it. Because I don't think that, we keep looking at it day in, day out. But we always end up seeing that, right? The Steam game stats. We always end up bringing this stuff up, right? But this is the beauty. This is the beauty of it, right? Steam game stats. Peak today, 1 million players. Current players, nearly 700,000, or 650,000 for Counter-Strike. Like, are we concerned about this? This is what I love about Valve, though, is that they just share these numbers with us. It's like Steam and game stats. Yeah, no worries. We got nothing to hide. Here you go. You guys get to see it. 65,000 people playing Valheim right now. What's up? Anders is one of them. It's the end of CSGO confirmed. Yeah, no, it's all over. What's the number for Valorant? Exactly, laterally. I think that the number for Valorant is tiny because it's not making any waves in the Korean PC bangs. Nobody cares about it in Korea, apparently. So your foothold to start moving into Asia is not there. And maybe it's going to do something in China, right? Because they've obviously geared the game for China. They've done the art for China. They've tried to really shape it for the Chinese market. So hopefully they're probably thinking we're just going to get around Korea and go straight to China. We're never going to know what the player base is like. And I bet you it's just freaking tiny everywhere else. And they're just crossing their fingers hoping. So that's where, s1mple streaming their game for them is just a massive windfall. Because they can use every little bit of help they can get, I think, right now. I don't think that Valorant is crushing any numbers. Otherwise, we'd know. Otherwise, they'd be shouting it from the rooftops, just how successful Valorant is in every way, shape, or form, right? Crushing this metric. They wouldn't shut up about it. But it probably isn't. So that's probably why. And then you got Valve over here just like, yeah, actually, look, this is how many people are playing CSGO right now. So it's probably like 20, 30 million people, playing CSGO on the monthly, just chilling, right? Valve, everybody's like, oh, Valve need to do something. Valve need to get involved. They absolutely have to get involved with something here, guys. It's like, no. It's actually kind of better if Valve leave us be. They can do their operations every now and again. They can improve the game every now and again. But when it comes to the esports side of things, can we please just not have Valve get involved in any way, shape, or form? That would be fantastic. Thanks. Awesome. But that is kind of where we're at right now. And Kenozer, I think Valve is around 200K concurrent players. How do you get that number? Where do you get that number from? And yes, I do say this I say this to everybody who's willing to listen, Richard Hag. Much to their dismay. A lot of people out there who are just, a lot of everybody, it's like, oh, we need Valve to be involved more. And I'm just like, no, I don't really think so. I don't really think so. But, that's just the lay of the land right now, the way things go. But, just, again, just a little thought, right? It's like the s1mple, should s1mple be streaming Valorant? Should s1mple be helping him out? Should we care? Just kind of throwing it out there, right? I mean, he is the face of CSGO right now. So for him to kind of stream Valorant kind of seems like him validating Valorant, right, in a way. And you definitely know that those Riot guys, those Riot people over there are just, loving it that he's streaming. So he's just made their month. And, well, good for them.